So as we have the idea that renting in Saskatchewan is almost 2 times cheaper compared to Toronto, but we just don't know what is the exact number. So in this video, I would like to break down how did I find these apartments and what's are the process of renting, as well as what are the price on the rental in Saskatchewan, and how much did I pay for this one, and what are the other fees that I have to pay for them. So part 1, how did I find my apartment? So there are 2 different things. First is renting through private landlord, and the second one is renting through property management company. Well-known property management companies in Saskatchewan are Avenue Living, Hazelview Property, Broad Street Property, Collier International Saskatchewan, Boardwalk Rentals, and other companies that I did not come across. Just like how it should be, I first went to Facebook Marketplace to look for a place to rent. But on the Facebook Marketplace though, there are most likely are just the private landlord where they rent their room or they rent the entire house and you have to share with 3-4 other people, or the entire basement to yourself, something like that. And I did not prefer that, so I went to Google and checked out 1-bedroom apartment in Saskatoon, and these companies just show up. Far as I know, there are a lot of scammer on the Facebook Marketplace, so I try to avoid that. But in some case though, if you rent with the private landlord, it would be better because you can communicate and negotiate with them and they can be very flexible. But anyway, I went through each of the websites to look for the place that I like and the locations and the price and the availabilities of the place and everything. But keep in mind that you don't trust all the picture on the websites that they put there, because those are the new picture when they first build and they just put them there and they never change them. So current conditions won't look the same as the one on the picture. So after that, I made a lot of phone calls and emails to ask for the availabilities and for the tour and everything. So they usually would schedule you for the viewing, and they usually do video call. You can't be here physically, they just video call you and show you around and everything. And I did view a few, but I did not like those, and I viewed this one and I liked this one immediately. This is under Hazelview Property, by the way. So the right question to ask here is that how do you know which one is a good company to rent and which one is not a good company? Well, I don't know. I read review on Reddit. I know you do too. And then I'm glad that I picked the best one for myself. This one is a new building and they're really clean. When I moved here, everything is really new and it's very modern. I am really picky and I love this one so much, and they're in a really good locations, and the property manager is really responsive and she's very nice. If you have any issue, just text her and she just respond immediately on her working hours. There's a gym obviously, and every day I see the clean persons would clean every single day, vacuuming and wiping and everything out there. I think it's really good, and I do recommend Hazelview Property Company. They do have a few different buildings in different locations where you can look for. So part 2 is what is the process of renting. So after viewing them online, and if you like the place, then just let them know and they will send over the application form. Well, each company would have their own different website, so you would have to make an account for that website and then fill out the application form. And in that application form, they would ask very basic information about you, and then ask for your ID and your pay stuff and all stuff like that. And I don't think they're very strict with it though. Just as long as you can prove that you have money to pay rent in general, then you will be qualified for it. So if you qualify for that, they just send over the lease agreements and then you have to sign for them. I think it's usually 1-year lease for the agreements, and then after that you just have to pay deposit money. So in my case, I paid $500 for the deposit money, but in some place they would ask you to pay 1 month in advance, something like that. It really depends, and you have to keep in mind that if you rent the kinds of apartment, then they only cover the water, electricity and internet. You have to pay for yourself. And before you're moving in, you have to contact Sask Power to make an account with them. Just give basic information about yourself and they will do it for you. And also, this is probably one of the reasons why renting with private landlord is better, because they would have all of that covered for you. So it's you don't have to do anything, but really depends. Moving on to part 3. So how much are the price on the different rentals on the markets, and how much do I actually pay for this one? So starting with the cheapest options, if you rent in a share house with 3 and 4 other different people, then you could pay as low as $500 to $800 with or without electricity. That depends. And if you rent one bedroom in the basement for yourself, then it could range from $900 to $1,100. And if it's 2 room, then you have to add extra around $200 or $300 on top of that. And again, it really depends. So the second option is that if you rent 1 bedroom apartment, like the OK one, not very new, not super nice, not very modern like the one that I have, you could pay around $1,000 to $1,300 a month. And again, if 2 bedroom, then you have to add extra $200 or $300 on top of that. It really depends on location and everything. And if you want the one that is new and modern like the one I'm having right now, that's $1,495 a month. That's base pay. I got promotions, but we'll talk about the promotion later. So in this building, it would range from $1,495 to $1,550 for 1 bedroom, and for 2 bedroom it would be around $1,850 to $2,000. So this one is not the most expensive yet. The most expensive one is the one in downtown, in the high-rise building. For that one, it would cost around $1,850 to $1,900 for 1 bedroom, and for 2 bedroom would be $2,000 to $2,000 somethings. So they consider that as the one in a good locations. But I don't think downtown is a good location because it is very sketchy. Although it's closer to like different businesses, but it is sketchy. So I don't know, you choose yourself. But anyways, Hazelview Properties always has discounts. In my case, I got 1.5 months rent for free, and my security deposit was only $500. They did not require me to pay like 1 month in advance or anything. So if we do quick math, if I take my monthly rents and then multiply by 12 and then deducted the 1.5 months free that I got and then divided by 12 again, it came to 1,300 and something. So this is how much I paid, including the discounts. But unfortunately, that's not how they did it. So how they did it was that I paid for the first month and then I got the second month for free, and then the other half free month is gonna be at the end of my lease. So Hazelview has a lot of promotions going on right now. You can check out their page to see what's like happening right now. And also on top of that, they also have referral programs. So the one that refer $250, and the one that got refer also got $250 extra. So if you are serious about signing the lease with any Hazelview Properties, you can email me and I can refer you, and then you can get $250 extra for free. I know their rentals are a bit higher compared to different places, but they are very reliable and their building is super new. And I'm happy with my choice, and I do believe that you get what you pay for. So true story about my coworker. She rents somewhere and it's super cheap. She rent with her boyfriend 2 bedroom apartments and it's only $1,200. That's like cheaper than this one. And then she had 2 problems. 3 weeks ago, she said she got like 100 of cockroaches in her dishwasher, and then 2 weeks after that, she got a bat flew into her apartment. So just be careful to look out for the good one and the bad ones. So moving on to the last part, part 4. What are the other fees that I have to pay for, like insurance, electricity, Wi-Fi, or parking, something like that. So parking would be like $60 a month, but I don't have a car, so I don't pay parking. So for the insurance, it would cost around $16 to $18 per month. You rent here, you don't even have to find insurance on your own because they have partnered with the insurance company, and she just sent over the link and you have to make a payment. You can do monthly or annually. I paid annually and they have like 10% discounts for this company and stuff. And then for the Wi-Fi, I didn't even have to find Wi-Fi on my own either because they have partner. She just sent my information to the guy who worked at Roger, and then the guy just reached out to me and they have like different kind of promotions and everything. So I paid around $50 for the Wi-Fi. And about the electricity though, I would pay around 60 something to 80 something a month as I live alone. Well, I thought it was cheaper, but like there was a lot of service fee and everything add up. So yeah, that's how much I paid. And that's pretty much it, and I hope this video will be very helpful for you. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on the next video.